Okay, let's talk THCA. So, some of you guys may know, some of you may not know, we are coming out with a pretty extensive, probably the most extensive THCA documentary out that's going to be out. We're talking to people I had to track down that took me months to do. Very excited about that. So, if you guys aren't subscribed to the main LMC channel, make sure you guys go subscribe to that. But let's just go over the basics of what THCA really is. Okay, so THCA is really the active, compound that is in you know, cannabis flower before it is activated, right? Now, activation, what does that really mean? Well, it's conversion. Conversion is adding heat. So whenever you take some flower, you roll it up, and then you light it, it goes from THCA to regular Delta 9 THC. Now, what happened is the Hemp Farm Bill in 2018 pretty much made all compounds legal besides Delta 9 THC, which typical what you think about with regular weed, right? Now the whole loophole here is that because there's THCA, right? It could be up to 30%, 20, 25%, whatever it may be, right? As long as it's under 0.3%, right? 0.3% THC, Delta 9 THC, then it is legal. So if it gets heated up a little bit, right, and it goes above the 0.3% threshold, then it's technically, illicit, right? But folks have been able to keep that down, right? Keep that keep that THC, Delta 9 THC below 0.3%. And they have technically, been able to legally, sell THCA. So when folks are talking about what THCA is and what's regular weed and THCA weed, like it's the same thing, guys. Okay, it's the same thing. Now there is an argument to be made that hemp flower, hemp flower is not as progressed as regular weed, right? Because you have to make it so it's under that 0.3%. Yeah, okay, I get that, but it's we don't need to make this more complicated than it needs to be. Okay, I know it's complicated. We're gonna get into all of the details. Trust me, guys. All of the details are gonna be in this really extensive, long documentary. But basics are this, guys. When you heat up THCA, it starts to convert into Delta 9 THC, and the federal limit is 0.3%. Now, what's happening is pretty much there's an inverse. It used to be the federal government was made it illegal, and it still is technically, but it used to be that the federal government was the one that was against it, and now the states are now making THCA illicit, right? Pretty big fuck up on the part of lawmakers when it comes to Mitch McConnell, who was anti-cannabis, but he had no idea really what was happening in this bill. I've been talking to some different lawyers about this. People are thinking that it actually was purposely done because there's some really interesting literature, really interesting, different specific lines within the actual 2018 hemp farm bill. So it's really interesting, guys. I'm really excited. I mean, the question really here is like, was this done on purpose or was this just a complete accident? And I think it's a combination of the two. But like I said, I'm very excited to show you guys this full THCA documentary coming out here in the next couple of weeks. We've had some delays on it. My apologies. But what are your guys' thoughts, guys? THCA, a lot of benefits to it in terms of the ability to sell it online, right? You can legally send it, mail it to people's doorstep, right? That's been a huge component to this. This has really opened up the market for a lot of folks. It's been able to get people, access to medicine that, they may have not been able to access. Now, at the same time, THCA and the regulatory systems that are coming from the U.S. Department of Agriculture, which is the main body that regulates all this, unless there's a state body, has maybe like a little bit less oversight, which is good, but it's also I associate a lot of the HHC, Delta 8, THCA is obviously different, but a lot of those products can tend to be kind of shitty, to be honest. Now that's not all of them are, obviously. You can't say that because it's there's so many different products like that, but it's really interesting stuff. I mean, I would love to hear your guys' thoughts, though. What are your guys' thoughts? Let me know down below in the comments. What's your thoughts on THCA? This is just a really quick overview of it. Let me know, though, down below in the comments. What's your thoughts on THCA? And Very excited for you guys to see this upcoming documentary. And I really appreciate y'all. Anyways, guys, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, comment down below, drop a comment. Make sure you're following me on all the social medias. Anyways, this is LMC, signing out.